I can very specifically and informatively address the housing collapse. Now, there is no blame. I'm not into the blame game, but I can very clearly tell you that there's some people that bought houses that couldn't afford them. And then when they were asked to pay for them, they couldn't. Therefore, they were foreclosed upon. So you need to ask a very clear question. The people that could not pay for something that they bought, whose responsibility is that? It is not the government's responsibility. It's not the lender's responsibility, aka the banks. It's the people that took out the loan's responsibility. Did they have the ability, did they have the capability, the knowledge, the awareness, the financial stability to pay for the loans that they borrowed money from these institutions to pay back? If you cannot afford what you can pay for, then do not buy it. I have followed that path through my entire life. If I cannot afford it, I don't buy it. So why do these other people feel that they are somehow entitled to purchase and to own things that they cannot afford? Hopefully that's a very clear statement and a very clear explanation of your question. I think what needed to be changed, hopefully, is being changed with regard to the borrowing and lending guidelines associated, because that is the key to this financial collapse, was the mortgage rules. The baseline of borrowing and spending, the credit. There are people buying on credit in this country back in the 50s, back in the 60s, 70s, 80s. They borrowed on things that they clearly did not have the ability to pay for. What needs to be strengthened throughout this economy, both in this world, both in this country and the entire world, is the guidelines with regard to credit. How much do we lend versus how much are people willing to actually pay for? How much can they actually afford? This is all about, I owe you more than I am willing to pay back to you. Whether it's on a socialization level or a capitalistic level or a personal level, this is all about, can I give you what you are entitled to, which I have been promised to you? And it needs to be recognized both ways.